Hey Summoners, just another gamer here, and today I'll be doing on some guild battles. Right after that, we will be doing on a test for Hathor because yesterday's balancing has already occurred. So we'll test that out after this, and then I think let's just make this quick and safe because yesterday's guild battle hasn't been that really favorable for me. It's like all crap to be honest with you guys. So for the first one. Should we go like full wheel team? Yep, I'll do a full wheel team. Then the second one, I can use Orion or should I use? No, I think I will do on like some form of mitigation by having like the water units to all target on Chloe, because Chloe is like rather tanky as compared to like Anival or my Tiomas. Then for the second one, I'll use like a Delphoid somewhere. I'm thinking if I should actually use. Yeah, we'll just copper that. Let's see. Where is the units? Man, Basalt. Basalt is, yep. So we'll make this like rather quick so that I just find it. Let's just play this safe for today. Okay. So apparently I guess if this guy has like higher speed for his tail, this would actually do some damage. So if you're running like a speed com, I guess that might be something that you might be looking out for, because if this gonna happen, then the enemy Chloe were to like do a fanatic, that's like the plan being failed. Oh wow, okay, gotta heal up a little bit. We gotta heal up a little bit. Let's clear this. Yup, we cleared that. Because I mean everything's like rather balanced other than like, let's not talk about like godly kind of stats or runes, because what it is gonna be is like it's either high in tank or else it'll be like full on attack. So unless you balance it somehow, but then balancing I don't think it'd be right for like some of all these nucleus. Let's see. We'll take down Velmos. I do not want to deal with all his stunts. Then we'll do this. Okay. I wonder what's happening in the guild. So apparently I already have reset Tiomas, yes. So that actually makes things much faster. So how was the new patch for you guys? Is like Chow that good? I haven't really seen. Maybe let's try them in like a guild battle. Okay, apparently I don't find any of the Chow in the guild defense. So maybe I'll find them in arena if possible. Then for this battle, yeah, I'm going to copper the first one, and then the second one, let's just use Sarion. We'll make this fast. In fact, there isn't much. I don't like to be late, but then there isn't really that much time left for the cube battle. So let's just make this snappy. So far I've seen like Chow doing quite a fair bit of damage, and then the only problem is that you do not know how it's actually being rune. It could be like rune like attack, critical damage, HP, or it could be like HP, critical damage, and attack. Or I mean HP, critical damage, HP. So or maybe even speed, because the second skill's cooldown is like I think 2 turns. So if you do a Chow which is like super speed and then 2 turns, that justice is gonna screw you up at the same time. So that's why I say that I think because net 5s are like generally you won't know how to deal with. Like Anival, I'm not sure if you guys even know like how I build it. That kind of logic, that's what I'm trying to imply. We will take down, because Thomas is already having that slow buff, so let's just clear Chasun. And then it'll be quite simple to clear ToA right after. So, and at the same time, yep, you see that this. Okay, wait. We'll wait for it again. Oh, it's a violent. Is that a violent Chloe? I didn't take note on the speed or additional turns. Okay, we didn't crit on that. I think, is it not crit or is it just glance? Okay, we're done with the first one, then we'll proceed to the second one. And at the same time, the free rule removal will be like next week, because it based on the first Saturday is based on like the Wednesday that counts the start of the week. So that will be next Saturday. So if you guys are refilling for dungeons, etc., it will be like a good time to actually start doing over the weekends or in next week. I already started on mine because I'll be like rather busy over next week. So I'll just start off earlier this time. I mean for this month. I'll be quite rather busy for like the next month. So probably by March I'll be like more active. Okay, then this will be the last one that I'll be dealing with. Okay. For the first one, I can actually copy that. Then for the second one, yeah, we just use this team then. And then as for videos for next month, I'm still considering if I should. I'm thinking like doing like 135, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. And then if I have like more stuff, I might just chuck it in between of the days. So, yup, might not have like that many videos next month, I guess. Okay, let's see. Right here, we have that annoying Jotun. I think we'll take down Jotun straight up. Yep, I knew that would happen. So that's usually like what screwed me off. Because if I use that other skill, the second skill, the spinning smash, it still wouldn't kill it. So let's try to probably I just try to sustain through this battle first. Let's hit on Chasun. I don't want that skill to keep coming out. Oh crap. Let's provoke. You just gotta play like ToA style. And apparently I can't heal because of that. And Jordan's gonna move. Okay. Probably I think this battle not going to turn out that well. Unless the violent procs were to keep coming in. Okay, at least we got a heal now. And then I'll do this. I'll do the Hellstorm. Yep, so right now you can actually like pause the battles in between and etc. So if like some guy were to like a Lucian were to MU or like a Tumas were to get super number of violent procs, you could just like quit the game halfway. So but then again, I don't say like as though it's like an escape route, but then if you actually accidentally press the auto button, that's a like great way whereby you can exit the auto button. You can exit this. So actually, I find it more like the third button, this play or this auto button or not auto button, more important than this quitting button. Because you won't know even if you quit, because like Necropolis, sometimes I was thinking if I should quit the match because I'm like left with like 4 units or even 3 units, but then I stayed on, I just didn't bother about it, but still able to clear. So that could be like one analogy for you guys. Okay, I know the Fallen Blossoms will come. Okay, the contaminated blood from Jotun. Okay, I'm just waiting for the thunder strike, then I will like nuke down on this Jotun. So apparently actually this kind of combi is like rather legit in a sense of like a tank, because if you use like the more number of like nukers, I think might just get screwed somewhere. Okay, let's see. I think I'll take down on Bella, cause I do not want to deal with all his defense breaks. As for Diaz, I think it's alright. I don't mind dealing with him. And that 15% reduction, I think I'm pretty okay with it. Let's just do this. Yup, it died. So we silence his passive and then we clear him off. Alright, so secure 3 wins for today. Alright, so before we begin on testing on Hathor, let me like go through on like what it does. So this the stats of my Hathor, which is on speed, HP and HP. And what it actually does, let's just touch on the skills. So for the first skill, what it does is that it will actually attack enemy and then decreases the attack power for 2 turns with a 50% chance. So when this thing is max, we will reach it to 80% and then damage will increase by another 15% more. Then for this second skill, I will put it simply, which I mean I'll cut everything short. So this second skill is the same thing like what this Belladon does. It also will remove all the effects, the beneficial effects, and then but for this, it will put a target to sleep. And then when this is max, it's also 100% chance. And then it will reduce by 1 turn, which is 3 turns, same as what like the cutting magic from the Neilstone agents has, and also for what Belladon has. But the Neilstone agent will give you the additional 20% bar. And then for the last skill, which is what that has gotten debuff, is that it now reduces by yet another turn. So what it was previously is 6 turns, and now it's on 5 turns. So comparing this to Ashrubel, I feel that now it's like more justifiable on a net 5, because previously it's like 6 turns, and then Ashrubel is having the 5 turns with 2 turns sleep, and then for this it will be now 5 turns, 2 turns sleep, plus that minus 75% bar. So it clearly and probably showed that net 5, at least it's more privileged in some ways, because the risk of getting a net 5 is like pretty low. That's one. I mean, you guys watching, you guys also like playing for some time, or at least get rather like pissed off with like the net 5 rates. So okay, let's not create some flames about that. Okay, so for the leader skill, it has is a 41% resist for all A-line monsters, and then when this guy is awakened, you get additional 25% accuracy, and then this is the rough stats of it. So I'm using like steel purple wounds because I have not even bothered changing this to like a mod for like my defense or for my stuff. Because nowadays you see like many wheel wounds are around, so that's like one easy way to counter it. So okay, so let's just get started on like what we are going to test for, which is the post buff test for Hathor. Alright, so let's begin on the test for Hathor, the post buff test. So apparently, I think I'll just choose the map that actually gives people tons of problems, because 80 and 90, I think that they're alright. So we'll just go straight for this. And then I feel that at the same time, why not I just test something new which I thought of? Because I always use Beretta, and then when I use Hathor, okay, I'll just go straight to it and then I will test it, then I'll let you guys know. So Basalt. Then okay, I have like many more units that I'm missing out. So where's Spectra? And then I'm gonna find something else. I do not want to use Beretta, I'll use I'll use my Speed Hua. So reason being is that when an opponent is asleep, and if he actually gets hit by dots upon waking, I mean he already has dots applied, and then he has a sleep. Despite number of turns of the sleep that you have, he will still wake up. So I do not want that to happen. So this is why I chose this. We'll try out on like maybe Hua can take over on like all the stuff that I usually do. Okay, crap. Let's do this. So right now what it has is that it becomes 5 turns, and then let's take down one of them. It has to be slow. Or like very, very slow. I might actually consider like making Hathor like some kind of like damage dealer, because if you are using Astrobel, I believe that you guys know, and then the drill is that we will just take down enemies like one by one while keeping the rest of them asleep. So I did not use Aria, the reason being is that Aria will like, because Aria can't apply the slow, because if he applies the slow, everybody else will wake up through the third skill by hitting them. So we do not want that to happen. Can we do this already? No, we'll try this. Okay, this is the reason why you should max your skills and not keep them hanging somewhere in the middle of like nowhere. Because it's not even resistance, or I mean it's not even resisted or anything. It's just that it did not hit. I have 19% more critical lead through Hua after the buff patch, but then Spectra still did not get to do on the critical hit. My Spectra is like almost 80 over percent kind of like critical rate at the moment. So let's take down on this Green Reaper, the Hemos. Right, so now we have the defense break on. So this will actually help me in like making my runs a little bit faster. And my Hua is like on speed, attack and attack. So it's like all going there for the damage, and then right now on 5 turns, it seems that it's rather pretty fast. And just to clear another doubt is that many of you guys have been asking me on like using Vert instead of Bernard. I feel that, in my opinion, Bernard helps me in killing the boss because of the defense break and the armor break and the attack break. Whereas in comparison for this in comparison with Vert actually gives you more attack boost. That's what I say. So it's totally up to you guys. I do not want to like spend like one whole time of like the RNG to deal with this. Let's try this. I should hit the other Green Reaper, because that Green Reaper isn't on like the Green Reaper isn't on sleep. We'll probably make him back asleep with the second skill, and I hope that that works this time. Okay. Although these might be like very slow, but then for you guys who have been using the same thing that I'm doing, you guys know how effective this is when you reach the boss stage. It's like as long as you skip the opponent's CC, you practically just won this whole battle. Okay, you like probably need some form of like accuracy kind of lead, because don't seem to be like, or maybe my Hua needs like more accuracy, because my Hua is like tuned to like around 60 kind of like the accuracy, because for Necropolis I use it for, I mean, in conjunction with Chilling, which has the 40% leader skill, so that's why I actually make Hua in like around 60% kind of accuracy to maximize every other thing. Okay, then the second stage, it will be faster because there isn't any like water units this time. So let's see, who should we target? We'll target on the first one. It seems pretty fast. Okay, so everybody's asleep. We will tackle one of them. I think we'll tackle on the fire one. At the same time, actually I can test out on like Hua's damage, because this one is like full damage. 13,000. I think that's pretty okay. Oh, let's see. We'll touch this guy. Is my sleep up? Because I'll probably need to sleep like very soon. The delayed promise, I mean. Okay, it's like one more turn. But then with the tailwind, then I'll get like my turn right after that. And then I could slow them back again. Can I do this? Yeah, I can do this. Then right after that, I will go back to another of the delayed promise. So all them be like back to sleep. And then for the wind harpy, it should be dead. So we'll just work on this since it's still awake. I believe the dot will actually kill that guy off. So it shouldn't be a problem for me to leave it still hanging there. Okay, I need to like hit somebody, but after this, that will be the one on the left. And another thing is that if like mobs that apply things over the units, they actually do not care about like the elemental disadvantage. Like this I would say the sleep as a debuff. So actually it doesn't really care on like whether it is elemental or what. It's just like Galleon putting on the defense break on you with the time to loot. Let's see. Should we? Yup, we will do this. I want to make the one on the right like back to sleep kind of stuff, and 0% bar. So actually this 75% bar is to me is like really scary, cause if like Hathor will start first in like a guild battle and then he just sleep you straight, then you're like more or less somehow damaged, I guess. So usually I use like Beretta, but Beretta I'll be using on the like first skill and second skill. I can't actually touch on this third skill at all, because dots will actually make them wake up, which I think I just mentioned that earlier. So Let's try this out. Okay, we are done with this stage. We'll just proceed on to the boss. So, okay, it's like every month, every time, the problem will come with this stage. So we do a delayed promise. Okay, so that is what we want because we want to everybody to get this sleep. So meanwhile, we actually look on the boss. I need the slow coming from this Spectra because the one on the far right hasn't had the slow yet. So let's. It really missed one turn. So the boss is still under provoke, so it doesn't really matter. Because if this boss isn't provoke, it's like pretty tough. And then there'll be people asking me, I don't have a assault, so what I'm gonna do? So suggesting an alternative, I would say using on a okay. Yep, suggesting an alternative if your team is like generally fast, like maybe almost at least 150 speed. I would say like 180 will be a good gauge. So having 180 speed will actually enable you to gain you more turns. And then even with Talc, with the elemental disadvantage, you will still be able to gain a fair bit of like turns and then possibly also to do on the oh yeah the skill is up again. So and also possibly to land on this provoke. Yep, provoke. I'm missing out that word for quite a while. So you can see that this will actually kill. So just imagine that I do not use on the delayed promise. I mean I use the delayed promise but I do not use the special assault. We can just play with this because I'm very confident this will actually work. At the same time with Hua's this attack bar reduction. You make this a sleep. Right, delayed promise. So that's also why 100% accuracy is like far away and more needed. So if you guys are using on the Astral Bell, yep, you could also try this out, but of course replacing Hathor with Astral Bell of course. And then Astral Bell also has this turbulence which actually gives you another 50% more attack bar. So in either case that will also still work out well. It's something close to like Hathor's second skill I would say. But of course I'll definitely need the user's opinions and the inputs from that. Because mine of course will not work out. Because that's just what I see and on theory, of course. Alright, so this will be the buff patch for Hathor. I feel that Hathor now is like the sleep is like more consistent, but then if I miss out on the like the Dark Joker on the right, that one didn't really get the sleep or the slow or the early part. So having that second skill actually compromise and then make it up for it. So same like what Turbulence for Ashibal will do. So I guess this can be like my new kind of like team for like the ToA. Yep. Alright, so that's all for what we have for today. Then I'll see you guys in the next video. Then thanks for watching and goodbye.